Here is Ben Shapiro. The Young America Foundation describes this event, this incident, as woke protesters trying to shout down Ben Shapiro. I do want to mention, Andrew says, David, sir, I'm traveling to Miami in February. I believe you've been. Any breakfast or dinner recommendations? Much appreciated. Absolutely. In Miami, Aegean Mediterranean Bistro is a beautiful choice. Romantic setting. If you like screaming and babies crying, I can't recommend it more highly. No, in all seriousness, Aegean Mediterranean, excellent spot. Brunch at the Standard Restaurant, I think it's called. It's a hotel and restaurant in one of those man-made islands in the Intercoastal or the Bay, whatever it's called there. Highly recommend that. Silvano's in Miami Beach is a great spot, although I believe that it's been closed due to a fire, or fire, as people from upstate New York might pronounce it. Fire is the way I say it. That's a great spot if it's reopened. The Sandwichery in Miami Beach is great. Shepherd is a nice breakfast spot in Miami Beach. So many spots. I'll actually be in Miami next week. And it should be a good time. Kratos Orion says, do you think anime by itself negatively influences society? Couldn't tell you. I've only ever seen Spirited Away and nothing else. I have not read any manga, and I have not seen any other anime or anime other than that. So I really couldn't tell you much about it. All right, let's get into the Ben Shapiro clip. Here we go, by popular demand.
So, social justice is an oxymoron. Okay, if a guilty man is acquitted because he's the right race, that is anti-justice. If an innocent man is convicted because he's the wrong race, that's anti-justice. Social justice, however, suggests that your group identity, your identity as a person, relieves you of individual responsibility to be a decent human being.
Imagine wanting to know things and exist in the world as a knowledgeable person, and then you're like, I'm going to go to this lecture series, and I'm going to learn. Gee, dear God.
So you get to interrupt lectures if you're the right race or if you're the right gender or the right sexual orientation. You get to do these things without punishment because, after all, that's in the nature of social justice, group justice. We don't hold you responsible for your individual actions. You get extra points in heaven.
By the way, you know how they love to say on the right that it's funny, people in the chat going, what the hell is he talking about? I don't know either, like as if I know. But I know that he has grievances. He's airing grievances. It wasn't Festivus on this day, but he was participating in the airing of grievances. These people love to say that the left is all about grievances. All I hear from them is self-victimization and grievances.
Because you were born with a certain skin color or sexual orientation.
Okay. Wow. Compelling stuff, folks.
Today, all you hardcore leftists call yourselves social justice warriors, and you do this because you believe that individual justice is racist and sexist and bigoted and homophobic. Individual justice suggests that we each be held responsible for our actions, but SJWs think that's unfair because we're not just individuals, of course, we're members of groups. What if the groups are disproportionately poor? What if they're disproportionately in jail? How can we achieve group justice if individual justice keeps getting in the way?
Right.
If it turns out that certain groups have more members in jail disproportionately,
It's funny because Ben has a reputation for being just having this incredible clarity when he speaks, where, you know, it's impossible to misunderstand or not understand what he's saying. This is nonsense. This is a word salad.
Be because something deeply wrong has happened, something the system is rigged against that group. It can't be because a lot of individuals within that particular group have committed crimes.
Right.
Now, the problem with this logic is it sounds sort of bad. If you think of people only in terms of their racial or ethnic groups or their sexual orientation, that's sort of racist. It's sort of homophobic. It's actually sort of discriminatory. You're not any better a person for being black or gay or Jewish. Race doesn't mean anything. Social group is only important if the social group is propagating good things.
Yeah.
If you just arbitrarily group people about skin color, that's just called tribalism. Racial diversity doesn't actually mean anything.
I want to get to the part where the based lady fires back, but I don't know where that is. Man, it is troubling that so many young people are wasting their time at an event like this.
That's okay.
I have made turkeys for every race, creed, and color to stand in line tomorrow and get their Thanksgiving meal. Shut the frick up and listen to the man.
Whoa, based lady. Wow, she's firing back. Standing ovation for based lady. Oh, and look, Shapiro's clapping. Look at this. This is the epitome of virtue signaling tribalism. It's no longer really ironic because the values of these people are actually the opposite of what they claim, and it's been that way for a long time. But it's everything about this is virtue. It's the very virtue signaling that these people criticize the left for.
See, that's what a decent, hardworking person sounds like, as opposed to a loser student here on the public dime, presumably. This is a public university. Everybody here is presumably on the public dime. Okay, so
Yeah, just criticize the entire crowd. Perfect. That beautifully done. This stuff is great. I mean, you learn nothing from this other than, I guess, that these people are hypocrites, you know?